Today you'll be practicing with me outside at a campground in Montauk, New York. We'll be moving through a series of gentle movements and twists to detox the body and refresh the mind. So roll out your mat and let's begin. Let's find a comfortable seated position in the center of the mat, placing both hands on the lap, closing the eyes, and focusing on the space around you. Focusing on the four corners of the room or tuning into the natural sounds. We'll move through breathwork, pranayama practice, placing one hand on the belly and one hand on the chest. Inhale, expand through the belly, moving the air up into the ribs. And lastly, the chest. Retain the breath and then exhale, chest, ribs, and belly. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. Let's inhale, both arms come up, nice big stretch. Exhale, imagine yourself cleansing the space around you. Inhale, the arms come up. Exhale, bringing the arms down, beginning to connect breath with movement. Once more, inhale, arms come up. Roll out the wrist, stretch out the wrist. Exhale, cleanse the space around you. One more time, inhale, arms come up. This time, let's twist, bringing the left arm to the right leg, plugging the low belly in to get a deeper twist in the back, looking behind you. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, switch the arms, coming to the other side, twisting deep into this posture. Inhale, come back to center, arms come up. Exhale, hands to heart center, and Anjali Mudra at the center of the heart. Now let's move on to our feet, coming to the center of the mat. And let's just begin to bring some movement into the body and the hips. Let's get low, bringing our hands onto our thighs and swaying the hips side to side, waking up the hips, beginning to dip one shoulder down at a time, stretching into the back, and again, twisting and lubricating the digestive system. Twists are a great way to bring new oxygen and new blood flow into our stomach and our digestive tract. So just inhaling and exhaling. Let's get a little bit lower, bringing the hands down to the mat and just shifting from one leg to the other. The heels can come up or stay down depending on how your hips are feeling. Hovering in one area. And inhale, let's make our way to the top of the mat. Exhale, hinge at the hips, dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, step back into plank. Hover, retain the breath, and then bring the knees down, chest and chin, pulling the elbows in tight. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet, checking in with how you feel in this first gentle inversion. And begin to dip the knees down, shifting the weight from side to side and finding stillness, focusing on bringing that seat far up into the sky, externally rotating the shoulders, looking back at the navel. We'll move into spinal rolls, moving all the way onto the tippy toes, gently rolling the body forward as if you were an ocean wave, bending through the knees, pushing back, and then moving through onto the tippy toes into plank. Taking this at your own pace, slowly and gently moving through to lubricate and wake up the spine. Next time you come onto the tippy toes, let's step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, and slowly rise to stand. Arms come up, gentle baby back bend. And again, hinging at the hips, dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back into the plank. Hold the breath and lower down into your chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedaling out the feet. Find stillness, look forward, jump or step to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, slowly rise to stand. Arms come up. Baby back bend. Hinge at the hips. Dive down, bending the knees, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back into the plank. Retain the breath and lowering down chaturanga. Bending the elbows in close to the body. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Taking a breath and a moment of stillness. And again, moving on to the tippy toes, ripple forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And let's grab hold of our two big toes, trying to decompress through the spine. Gentle bend in the knees and connecting breath with movement. Each time you exhale, can you bend the elbows and sink a little deeper? Inhale, stretch through. Exhale, get a little deeper into the hamstrings. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold and rise to stand. Inhale, arms come up. Cactus the arms, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Bringing the toes together, heels apart. Let's sit back into chair pose. Squeezing the inner thighs, bringing the hands to heart center. And then rooting down, arms come down, sinking a little bit deeper into this chair. Hands to heart center, root down, ground down. Inhale, arms come up. And once more, exhale, diving down. Inhale, arms come up. Let's bring the arms behind you and move into drinking bird, lifting the heels up. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, moving forward, arms come back, squeeze the shoulder blades, and you're welcome to lift the heels off the mat, or keeping the heels down is perfectly fine too. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades, lifting the heels, looking down, and then moving into cosmic egg, squatting down and grabbing hold of the knees and relaxing the head, neck, and shoulders. Let's widen the feet and coming into our malasana squat. So the feet are on the corners of the mat, toes are pointed out, and you're sitting back into that malasana squat, trying to keep the chest open and pedal the heels back together. Forward fold, inhale, halfway lift, exhale, rise to stand, arms come up and hands come to heart center. Finding balance, you'll bring the right leg up, arms are up, activating through the core, pressing through the left foot. And when you're ready, you'll step back into warrior three pose, gentle bend in the bottom leg. Squaring off the hips and with control, stepping that right foot back, bending into the left knee, arms are up. Back heel is lifted, sinking into the hips. Pivot the back foot, opening up into warrior two. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, reverse your warrior, bringing that back arm down the leg. Moving into side angle. The elbow comes to the knee. Top arm then comes down. Pivot the back foot. Low lunge with a twist, lifting that left arm up. Right arm is down and dropping that back knee. Untuck the back toes, and let's move through bringing that bottom arm to the back of our leg. Right arm comes up, gentle twist. Coming back to center, bringing both arms down, moving back into your plank pose. Retain the breath and moving through your chaturanga, untucking the toes. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step forward into the forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Arms come up. Hands come to heart center. Again, finding your balance. Pressing the right foot into the ground. Lifting the left knee up. Arms are up. Using that hip flexor strength, roll out the ankle. And when you're ready, finding balance, shifting the gaze down to the mat, you'll move back into your warrior 3 and stepping back into that high lunge. Back heel is lifted, sinking into the hips. Pivot the back foot, moving into warrior 2. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, coming into side angle, top arm comes up or hovers above the ear, resting the elbow on the knee, while equally pressing back into the back foot. Pivot the back foot, let's come down to low lunge with the back knee down, or up for strength, and lifting that top arm up for a side twist. Looking down, dropping the back knee, and then that top arm will move to the back of the leg. Bottom arm comes up. Left arm is up, right arm is hugging the back of the leg. Pivot the arms down, stepping back into plank. Retain the breath, lowering down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, let's sit back to a wide-legged child's pose. So the knees come as wide as your mat or whatever feels comfortable, and try to focus on getting the seat to rest on top of the heels. You're welcome to bring the elbows down, bring the hands to prayer, and get a deep stretch into the triceps and the thoracic spine. Slowly coming up to a seated position as a transition, placing both feet onto the mat. Engage the core, take a gentle pelvic tuck, arms come out, and slowly sit back into your boat pose, lifting the feet up, bending the knees, trying to keep the chest nice and open. And you're welcome to straighten the legs, just holding here. Dropping the feet down, resetting the back, and once more we'll move back, slowly rolling all the way down to our mat. Let's stretch both legs out and then bring the knees into the chest to windshield wiper the legs side to side, releasing the low back. Bringing both knees into the chest, squeezing the head, neck, and shoulders, and releasing down to our final resting pose, Shavasana. Taking any last movements you need before you melt into the mat for a complete state of relaxation. Close the eyes, relax the head, the neck, the shoulders, the space between the eyebrows relaxes. A wave of relaxation moves all the way down the spine, into the legs, the knees, all the way into the feet. The breath slows down, and all you focus on is this very moment, feeling the effects of a short but effective practice, and how good it feels to connect with your body through breath and movement. If the mind begins to wander, just gently bring it back and begin to focus on the space between the thoughts. Let's begin to deepen the breath and begin gentle movement back into the body. When you're ready, stretching the arms above the head and rolling over onto one side, resting the head on the bicep. And slowly pushing the body back up into a comfortable seated position with the eyes closed or a soft gaze. The spine is straight. The face is soft and relaxed. All the muscles in your body feel at peace. Taking these last few moments to thank yourself for this beautiful practice, to feel grateful for the healthy body that you have and the movement that you do. Let's inhale, reach the arms up, bring the hands to heart center in Anjali Mudra to close the practice. Bowing forward, namaste. Thank you so much for joining me in this beautiful practice. I hope you feel refreshed and detoxed. And if you like this video, I would love if you can like, comment on the video, and subscribe to my channel. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, feeling at peace and calm, and letting this transcend through every moment through the rest of your day.